Hello, my friends. Welcome to our Monday night live broadcast. Tonight, we're going to expand on a subject that we talked about last night, which is the fastest way to become a top earner in your business, specifically with LinkedIn. Now, first, let me start out by saying, for those of you that have questions as to whether or not you could actually become a top earner in your business, do not disqualify yourself before you start. Halfway through the year last year, for all of our boot camp participants, we made available a downloadable copy of Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So don't rule out or disqualify yourself from becoming a top earner. In the book, 10 Lessons from Napoleon Hill. 1, achievement starts with a burning desire. Number 2, start now with what you have and find better tools along the way. Show the world what you will do instead of telling them. 4, happiness is found in doing, not possessing. 5, persistence will beat every failure. 6, weak desire brings weak results. 7, 99% quit from temporary defeat. 8, you're not paid for what you know. You're paid for what you do with what you know. 9, continuously pursue knowledge. And 10, failure is always temporary. So for my friends who are watching this on my YouTube channel, and for my friends on Facebook that are watching this or on LinkedIn, do not disqualify yourself before you can start. The key word behind the success of every top earning network marketer or top earning salesperson in any business is relationships. People do business with what they know, people that they like, and people that they trust. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. You want to be a top earner in your business, you have to talk to people. And you qualify the people that you talk to by asking questions. It's easy to identify perfect prospects on LinkedIn from the information listed on their profile. And their answers to some simple qualifying questions will confirm that they are indeed candidates for your business. You'll close more sales when you talk to the right qualified people. Now, I'm currently working with many of the leaders, top earners, and their teams in over 100 companies. Many of my students started where you are today and became the top earners and leaders in their companies thanks to social networks. And many did it faster by bringing top earners from other companies into their business. There are 2 perpetual storms of opportunity taking place right now in network marketing. 1 is a network marketing industry storm, where every month 200 companies close, fail to launch, merge with other companies, or make unpopular changes that drive leaders and teams to other companies. And every month 300 new companies are launched, and 93% of them will fail within 5 years and drive leaders and teams to other companies. 85% of the top earners in any network marketing company have been in more than one company during their career. And when a top earner leaves one company and goes to another one, they bring people with them from their former company. Winning the network marketing game can be like playing musical chairs. Now, in the last 8 weeks, network marketing news. On the 23rd, Jeunesse was sold to LaCour Enterprises. Go Global acquired the network marketing division Omega Pro. Go Global was an online educational platform, and they added a health and wellness product. LifeVantage changed their comp plan, and I'm working with several of the leaders in the company, and they are thrilled. Ray Foltinsky, who founded Free Life International, and it lasted 22 years before he sold it to another company, launched another company. Network marketing leaders at the beginning of the month, beginning of January, got together, decided they were going to start their own company. So they launched a company called Unoli. Isagenix, at the beginning of January, announced they have a new financial partner. And in December, the Body Shop at Home announced they're no longer paying commissions to their distributors in the United States. Now, when you know the top earning network marketing secrets, and there are 10 of them, that propel the top earners in your business to their level of success and apply them to your daily activity on LinkedIn and Facebook, you can become one too. But top earners never talk about them. So I'm going to talk about them tonight. And I encourage you, invite you to register for my 3-day top earner retreat that's going to take place at the end of the month. When you have better business building tools than the top earners in your business had, you can become a top earner much faster too. So here are the 10 secrets. As I already suggested, every month, 200 network marketing companies close, fail to launch, or make unpopular changes. And people with large circles of influence are called whales. Every month, 300 new companies are launched, but 93% of them will fail within 5 years. Network marketing companies actively recruit top earners from other companies, especially startups. Successful networkers will leave a good company and move to another company. I could spend an hour talking about any one of these 4 things. Successful networkers will leave a failing company and move to another company with their team. 85% of the top earners in the company have been in more than one company during their career. Just ask your upline. People usually make more money in their second or third company than they did in their first one. And when you bring a top earner into your business grows much faster. Help is available for you to recruit a top earner, even if you're brand new. And anyone at any level of experience in network marketing can recruit top earners. Now, applying this information will have an explosive effect on the size and growth of your business. So among other things, we're going to talk about this secret helped Francisco build a team of 72,000 people in 20 months. He now has 400,000 people on his team. It helped Sheldon add 3,500 people to his business in 3 weeks. And it helped Cindy add 3,000 people to her business in 3 months. Now, when you use my proven texting tactics and prospecting strategies with scripts that produce immediate results and generate more sales faster, you can become a top earner this year. We're talking specifically about our project launch strategies and scripts. So as a recap, in June of 2021, Francisco sent me this message. Using your strategy and scripts, my team has grown from 200 people in November of 2000 to 2,000 people in June. 6 months later, 200 to 2,000. It included our 16 experienced network marketers who love him because he's teaching them what I taught him. His business is on fire, and so is he. $200 to $2,000, 6 months. Then in December, he enrolled another whale, and his team is now up to 17,000 people. 2,000 to 17,000. So he closes out the year with 17,000 people. A month later, at the end of January, his team went from 17,000 people to 38,000 people because his team was growing organically. In other words, the people that he was bringing into the business, the people that other teams were bringing into the business, were all telling their friends, following some of our simple strategies. So we closed out 17,000 people in December. 1 month later, his business doubled in size. By June, his team had 52,000 people. And he just got off the phone with a major whale who had a disagreement with the company owners and master distributor over money. So this major whale has a team of over 600,000 people that he's talking to. By August, couldn't wait to tell you, I now have 72,000 people, and the whale is joining his business. He is living the network marketing dream, and so could all of you. $72,000 people in August. By November, his 72,000 people grew to over 300,000 people over 2 months because the whale that he enrolled added 200,000 people to his business. The strategies and scripts are working for everybody. What he has learned and mastered, what you all are in the process of learning and master, has changed his life, and it will change yours. So he closes out the year with 400,000 people. And now he has 30 whales. And he brings another whale into his business that has a team of 200,000 people. So how does he do it? It's one reason why you want to be a part of my upcoming Top Earner Retreat. Now, Sheldon Miller was a top earning network marketing leader in Manatee. He was a presidential. And he created a profile on AOL. He was my first coaching student. So we jumped on the phone. We didn't have Zooms. I literally had to talk him through creating his profile. Now, back then, the AOL days, you didn't use pictures. You had to come up with a screen name. So he was a musician, and he played the drums, and we created the screen name Mr. Double Dare. Mr. Double Dare. Where did that name come from? Well, he was in retail sales, and a friend invited him to come to a Manatech meeting. And he passed on it. Now, at the time, Sheldon was living in his car. So his friend comes back and dares him to come to the meeting. Again, he ignored him. So his friend double dared him, and he says, you can't ignore a double dare. So he goes to the meeting, got excited about the business, joins Manatech, and in 4 months, he was living in a nice apartment. He would end up buying his own place before the end of the year. And he was driving around in a new BMW. Mr. Double Dare. So we get him on AOL. We walked him through setting up his profile. 2 weeks later, he met an unhappy top-earning network marketing leader in C Silver, who was also a musician that played the piano. He's a musician. She's a musician. She had a bigger group in C Silver than he had in Manatech, but C Silver had big problems. C Silver was founded in 2003. They made health drinks and dietary supplements. At its peak, the company had 700,000 customers, and distributors had monthly sales as high as $20 million. Early in the year, the Federal Trade Commission ordered C Silver to pay almost $120 million in fines for using false and misleading product claims, and ordered them to reimburse consumers. The bad publicity was killing recruiting and business building. So she started bringing her team of leaders, customers, and other leaders in the company and their teams over to Manatech. In 3 weeks, she would bring 3,500 people into Sheldon's business. They had the fastest growing team in the company in January. The icing on the cake was they also got married. C Silver closed on January 2007 because the owners of the company got tired of fighting the Federal Trade Commission. So don't let anybody tell you that your business slows down in December. 3,500 people came into Sheldon's business in December. Let's talk about how Cindy added 3,000 people to her business in 3 months. Now, Cindy was working on AOL, and she connected with Roger, who lived up in Jacksonville. She lived in Palm City. The common denominator between the two of them was they both loved horses. She had a horse, Roger had a horse. Cindy was one of my distributors in the network marketing company I was working with. Roger was an area coordinator in a company called ACN. Roger always figured that Cindy would get into his business. Cindy worked at the post office. And what she loved about network marketing was she loved going to the meetings. She loved the people. So they connected. And then one day, and I was Cindy's upline. In fact, Cindy was responsible for me getting on the internet. In fact, when she told me she was going to buy a computer to meet people, I laughed at her. Well, what happened, and I was using AOL. I was going to all these different events. And because you didn't have pictures on your profile, I used to wear a cowboy hat. So when I went to an event, people could pick me out. People could recognize me. Well, Roger's company changed their comp plan. And Roger's monthly income shrank from $2,000 a month to $700, and he wasn't happy. So Roger ends up coming into our business. The day he got his check, he called up Cindy and introduced him to me, and we signed him up in the business. And so I asked Roger, I said, Roger, why aren't you happy? He told me the company changed the comp plan. And I said, well, if you're not happy, I'm sure there are other people in the company that aren't happy. He says, nobody's happy. My upline is furious. So he gave me the phone number and the name of his upline, a man who had 150,000 people. And I called him. So Roger was an area coordinator. His most successful upline was Terry. Roger was way, way, way down. Terry had no idea who Roger was. But we made the connection. I called Terry up. And what I said to Terry and how I enrolled Terry into our business is a major part of what we talk about during the retreat, because there was nothing that I did or said that you couldn't do. So Terry was a regional vice president in ACN. And the first meeting in Dallas that Terry came to, he brought hundreds of his leaders with him. Terry's group of leaders added 1,400 people to Cindy's business in 60 days. The group would grow to 3,000 people a month later. Cindy became known as the internet queen in the company. Jeff Olson and Eric Worre founded the company we were in. It was called the People's Network. They sold the company to Prepaid Legal. And that everything kind of broke up. Leaders left, went to other companies, and that's how I ended up doing what I'm doing. Jeff founded a company called Nerium, was changed to Neora. Eric Worre is the founder of GoPro, and Eric still doesn't get social media. He's making a ton of money. He's a great educator, but he missed the boat. Doesn't have to be as hard as Eric says. In fact, Eric is a big proponent of going for now. You got to go through 100 no's to get a yes, and we all know that's baloney. Why go for no when you can go for yes? Terry Sowards is now a top earner in Shaklee. And me, I ended up as the father of social networking. So again, I invite all of you to, if you haven't registered yet, go to my Top Earner Retreat, register for it. It's going to be 3 days that are going to be life-changing for you. Now, every year, there are hundreds of top earners in numerous network marketing companies who credit their achievements and success to having attended one of these retreats. During our time together, you're going to learn what most of the leaders and top earners in network marketing know but never talk about unless you're on their team. You'll also learn the easiest way to build a large team on LinkedIn, Facebook, or for that matter, any other social network that many of your most successful leaders in your own company don't know. In fact, most of the successful leaders you'll meet on LinkedIn and Facebook don't know what you're going to learn. And Francisco uses what he knows to connect with and recruit leaders. This knowledge gives you power, but power isn't power unless you apply it. Now, each retreat session over 3 days is going to be recorded for everyone's convenient viewing. And if you're not able to attend any or all of the live sessions, the recorded sessions will be made available to you. And I encourage everyone that attends the live sessions to actively participate, answer my questions, and ask your own. Every participant is very special to me, and I'll do everything in my power to help you achieve your goal of becoming a top earner in your business. And I mean anything. So the other perfect storm of opportunity is companies are laying off a record number of personnel. Professionals losing their jobs are creating a tidal wave of activity on LinkedIn, and LinkedIn is adding 10 million professionals every month. Sales is the most common profession of the laid off workers, amounting to 20%. So when Peloton reduced their staff by 12,000 people, yes, October, 20% of them were salespeople. Now, whales are professionals with a large circle of influence. Now, there are many kinds of whales out there. Some whales have extensive network marketing experience, and some that come from the corporate world don't. They don't know anything about it. Your business grows faster when you connect with a whale and bring them into your business. And whales are easy to find. They're easy to identify. There are insider whales and there are outsider whales. Now, the fastest way to become a top earner, recruit whales. So who are the best professional whales? You've got experienced network marketers, experienced affiliate marketers, experienced internet marketers, because they have large lists. And it's not the size of the list that's important, it's the relationship they have with the list. We got authority figures, insurance agency owners, professional athletes, celebrities, actors, actresses, corporate executives, and business owners of every type. So the fastest way to become a top earner is to talk to the people that you know that have a large circle of influence, bring them into your business, and help them bring in their friends. And you've got a way to do it that's unique to what everybody is being taught in your business. In network marketing, historically, everybody in your business is taught, make a list of your friends, call them up, and talk to them. And we know what happens when it doesn't work. So instead, we're going to change our picture. And then watch what happens. In fact, yesterday, let me pop over here and see where we are. Yesterday, an old friend and a student who the last time we worked together was 2017. And when I looked at his profile, it was tremendously out of date. So Wally has 1,200 friends. So we talked today, and we went in and we changed his picture on Facebook. It was the same picture that was there before. And so far, 26 people have liked it. 16 people made comments. This is an opportunity to start a conversation. Now, if I go over here to LinkedIn, and we look at his profile today, completely changed. He's taken off all of the reference to his company. And actually, there's other things that he really needs to add. He's got a fascinating background. He owned an ice cream store. And he owned a company called, he owned a gas station. And he owned a company called Wacky Wallies, which we still have to go back and add. But the bottom line is you use your history without, this is very, very important, without any reference to your network marketing business. And it's amazing how my students are coming back. I'm getting a flood of coaching students, leaders and companies are coming back. So let's come back over. So first, talk to the people that you know. Next, talk to the professionals that you know that have large circles of influence. Bring them into your business and help them bring in their friends. And historically, other professionals like him are going to have big circles of influence. The fastest way to become a top earner is to talk to the professionals that you want to know, There are more people out there that we don't know, but we want to know, with large circles of influence. We're talking about the outsider whales, people with no network marketing experience. Bring them into your business, help them bring in their friends. And the easiest way to become a top earner is to talk to an unhappy professional network marketing leader with a large team, bring them into your business and help them bring in their team members that are already trained. Nancy came out of our retreat. I signed up 41 customers and 1 business builder in 5 days following boot camp and the retreat. The next month, I signed up 62 more customers and 2 more business builders. One of my business builders acquired 59 customers. Now, let me just state this. I don't share these with you because I'm trying to impress you. What I want to do is I want to impress upon all of you what you can be accomplishing. Tiana Conti is a medical professional, and she's followed me for over 10 years. And she came out of the retreat. That weekend, she signed up 6 people. Today, for the first time in her network marketing history, she's a 6-figure earner. Tom Martin, since the retreat this weekend, I made 1 post, had 20 people respond, spoke to 13 of them, signed up 4. One was the #1 bodybuilder in New Zealand. And Todd, using your strategies for enrolling whales 10 days ago, enrolled 3 people in a row. Jacques came out of a boot camp and connected with 2 whales, and they're bringing in other leaders into his business. Now, everybody has a success story. And Zyla is building an Isagenix business. And let me come over here, because one of the tools that you're going to find in boot camp is our book of scripts. Now, boot camp starts on Thursday. Create a page, connect with people, communicate with them, close them. If you have, as soon as you register, you're also going to have access to the recorded sessions of last month's boot camp. Create a page, connect with people, communicate with them, close them. And we had an extra session, the daily routine of top earners. But if we come over here to the scripts book, there are 2 scripts in here, or 2 case studies. One, what do you say when someone says, I've been approached by many people? And the other one was, thanks, but it's not for me. So the day, and what I did was I jumped into her account. When I work with my coaching students, we do these chats together. And so her conversation was perfect. He did not have a clear need. So she says, hey, have you ever gotten involved with a network marketing company where you could offer your clients a product that you were passionate about, generate extra income? She says, I've been approached by a lot of people. Everything from makeup to CBD oil, Primerica. What is it you offer? I'm not opposed to hearing about it. Let me know. Maybe it's something I enjoy and be passionate about. So I jumped into her account and I wrote back to the guy. I'm not surprised that other people are approaching you, LOL. With your proven track record of working with people, helping them become passionate about their work and building teams, we got this out of the conversation along with what was on his profile. You'd be very successful in any network marketing company you work with. You hit the nail on your head about being passionate about the products, because that's the key to being successful in this kind of business. Now, as I'm sure you're aware, there are thousands of companies out there with all kinds of products and services. I'm working with a company called Isagenix, and I was initially a customer of their products. As a result, I lost almost 40 pounds, increased my stamina for working out, and I've never been healthier. As a result of my experience with the products, I naturally got excited about the income opportunity that comes with building a team of motivated and ambitious people who want an unlimited opportunity to earn as much money as they want. Project Launch Script. I'm launching a project to work with 3 people that have your level of team building experience and help them go to the top of the company fast. I'd be delighted to share the details of how we would be working together to make it happen. And then we sent, if you don't build your dream, someone else will hire you to help them build theirs. We ended with, perhaps this is the time in your life to stop making the mobile carriers who work for rich and start building your own team of motivated entrepreneurs and help all of them become rich building their own business. Confident you enjoyed working with me, would you be interested in learning the details? Now, this exact script and this exact strategy applies to people in the retail world that have lost their jobs and that have worked for one company after another. All right, now we could go over here to LinkedIn. All right, we could go up here. Bed Bath & Beyond. The company last weekend is filing for bankruptcy. We go over here to people. And we got 55,000 people we have access to. So you find somebody that worked for Bed Bath & Beyond, maybe they work for another company, and the end result is it's the same thing. You keep training, you keep working with companies. Maybe it's time to go out and build your own. So what happened was the day that Zyla signed him up in the business, she called into one of my Ask Max sessions, and this is what she had to say.
Hey Max, how's it going?
Hi, Malaya. Things are going really, really well. How are things going with you?
Good. I always have you on in the background. You're like my little motivation, and then if I get stuck, I can pop over and say, Max.
So you're signing somebody up now?
Yeah, I just finished it. He was someone that I was sure was going to sign up, and I would call this one about as textbook as you make them. I'm pretty excited to have him on my team.
Mm-hmm.
But when he wasn't hesitating, but it just took him a bit to kind of like let everything sink in and figure out really what was going to be happening. And it's interesting. I used on our text messages back and forth exactly the same strategy that we use here of just continuing the conversation, ending with a question, giving them a reason to text me something back, even if it was, what did you do for this weekend? We wrote back to him. I was like, sure wish you were in my business this week because it has just exploded, which is true. It has exploded. Thank you to all of your help. And he texted me this morning and said, okay, this is it.
So tell me about your exploding business.
Yeah, so one of the people that I enrolled from LinkedIn, again, I literally followed the script. I just went right down your script book, or it was an unhappy network marketer, and she came over, and within the first 2 days, she brought on SheRank Advance, and one of the people that she brought on within 24 hours, SheRank Advance, and they both are just calling me out of the blue this week. Oh yeah, I'm enrolling somebody else. And I asked them, do you need help? Do you need me to do anything? No, we've got it all figured out. And the original one I enrolled, she's about to rank advance again, which is also really great for me. But I mean, I can't even keep track. I don't even know who's, it's like, so I think we just brought in like 9 or 10. I was counting up with my husband last night, 9 or 10 people they just brought into the organization within 10 days, and which is more people than I can keep up with. I mean, they're fine. Everything is all set up for them. There's nothing for me to do but to just be here as a support and show them. I've shared with them the scripts, what I do. I've been on the phone if they've needed me to, but it's just it's the first time since I've been in this business that I understand what's happening with network marketing. Like you can't grow the business if you don't have people growing under you. And if you don't have a way to reach out to people who are business builders, then you're just going to be like a hamster on a hamster wheel, just enrolling people over and over. when I'm approaching people on LinkedIn, you see, I don't talk to them about the products until we've already discovered that they want to talk about the business. That's just a whole different way to do the business. This is doing the business. This is it.
You know, you've been, you know, you went to my boot camp, you got my course. How did working with me one-on-one help you?
A few things. I mean, one, it helped everything go a lot faster. You know, you and I were able to get through, you know, what it would have probably taken me a month to go through just on my own through the boot camp. So that's one thing. But mostly I think it's helped me with the confidence, you know, just practicing it through with you, sitting with you, watching you go through my account, talking to, you know, helping me type out these messages, helping me figure out exactly the wording. Because now I have it in my account, so I can go through and I do this all the time. I copy and paste a message, you know, when there's something that's very similar or something I can use. I know what I'm doing now. Could somebody figure this out on their own by just reading through? Sure, it would take time, and that's okay. Like, if you've got time, I didn't have time. I've got a fire under me. I've got a reason for building this and building this business fast. Some of you, if you're out there just kind of doing this part-time as something you enjoy, then maybe you do have time. But this is, you know, keeping me from going back into a traditional job, and you know, we have 3 children and we want them to go to private school. So we have a reason for working this really hard and wanting it to be incredibly successful and fast. And that's what you get from working with you, and just a lot of the hand holding. I needed that in the first few weeks. You know, it's not new to talk to people, but it's just a new way. You know, when for the last 8 months I was taught by my upline, you know, a certain way. And you know, I was basically vomiting information on people. And those of you out there who are doing that, you know how well that works. It doesn't. And so yeah, you just need a little bit of time. And there have been a few times where Max has had to go into my account and, oh, what did you write, Zyla? You know, and that's okay. And so that's what it's great for having that private session, is that he can go through and really help you take a step back and breathe and figure out the right way to talk to somebody.
So, I mean, you're sitting here with confidence because you know exactly how this is going to play out.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the next answer.
Right.
Thank you. You've made this so fun. And I say this to people a lot of my team when they ask why I use LinkedIn. You know, my time is so precious, and I have very specific chunks of time that I can use to work on the business. You know, it's mostly during my baby's nap time. And so I have to really stay focused, and I have to be able to use my time so productively. And this gives me that chance to be proactive. You know, now I can reach out to as many people as I want. I can have the question, you know, I can have all of these conversations. It's just the way it would be if I were at a cocktail party. You have a conversation. If it's not going anywhere, you just say, all right, thanks, enjoy your evening. You just walk on, and that's it. And so I'm not wasting my time, their time. You know, I can have, you know, 10 to 15 of them at a time going on every day, you know, or I'm in the carpool line picking up my older kids, you know, I can quickly send a quick note back and keep the conversation going. So you've just made it so I can use my time wisely and only, you know, I'm just talking to the people where it makes sense to talk to them, and I don't waste our time. So anyway.
Now,
yeah.
I when did you get started in your business? Was that October, November?
When I started with Isogenics business, it's been almost a year. This April. So let's call it a year. And then I started with you in January.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I'm learning the business. I'm brand new in network marketing. I'm just 1 year in it. So I'm not disappointed for where I am, but wow, this is so much better. And if somebody had showed me this, if I had learned your way from day one, I'm not going to look back and imagine where I would have been, but I'm getting there now. So
She ended up being able to walk across the stage at the Isogenics event in Vegas, having reached the top level of her company. Renata Lundberg was a $1 million earner in network marketing, or I should say is a $1 million earner in network marketing. And years ago, we worked together, and I taught her how to use Facebook to build the business. And she worked with a network marketing company called Univera for 17 years, was one of their top learners. Now, not only did she make millions of dollars in the company, but she helped many of her team members make $1 million too, teaching the strategies and scripts that you're all in the process of learning from me. And then out of the blue, no, October of 2020, 20 years in the business. I'm sorry, 17 years in the business. She gets an email that says, hey, sorry, but we're abandoning the network marketing business model. Last day for associations to earn commissions will be November. After that, all associate agreements will be canceled. She lost her income. Well, she took off for about 6 months and then found another company, and applying what she learned from me, within 6 months, she was a top earner in the company and a recognized leader. So let me just say this, you can't fail. No matter where you are in your business, or no matter what level you are, with unlimited prospects to talk to on LinkedIn or Facebook, and with continual practice, you can't fail. The content of your profile, your daily activity will position you to be perceived as an expert and an influencer by everyone that sees it. The secret to connecting with perfect prospects and converting them to new business partners and customers has to do with 3 things. The relationships you create with your profile, the influence you generate with your activity and posts, and the conversations you have with your prospects. And here, you can't go wrong when you follow my scripts. The ability to talk to people, get people to follow you, take action, and join your team revolves around everyone's perception of who you are, which is completely in your hands, and what you say to them. Another example, Agnes and Gennady came to the United States from Poland. They wanted to learn how to use social media to build a business. Before they met me, they had invested $40,000 because they wanted to learn how to use social media. After the second session of boot camp, they called me up and says, Max, we'd like you to coach us. We'd like you to train us. So they came to Miami Beach and we spent 3 days together. They went back to Poland and I helped them put together a boot camp in Poland. And they were, before the end of the year, they were the top earners in the company that they were in. And then, because they'd been lied to when they signed up in the business, they decided to quit and find another company. So they joined another company. They could not take any of the people that they had in the previous company with them. And they initially were building a jeunesse business. Well, they came back and they wanted to join another company, so they joined ZJ. I introduced them to the leaders in the company. They tried the products. They decided they liked it. So they joined ZJ. Within 73 days, they rose to the top of the company. And it's all about everybody they brought in, no network marketing experience. 73 days. And they were doing Facebook broadcasts. And on one session, they had 300 people interested in learning more about the business simply from doing a live broadcast, talking about the prospects of making money from home. So whatever you do, whatever you post, whatever you do, it's all about conversations that you have with the people that react and respond. In 1 hour, they had 5,201 views. In 180 days, they reached a double diamond level in the company. The company had an event in Orlando. I drove up, had a chance to meet them. They brought their leaders with them. Great people. And they were on a roll until Zeta was taken over by Isagenix, because they never liked Isagenix. But how did they set records? They talked to the people who responded to their activity. Sonny Carter did a virtual home party. Everybody signed up. He lives in Minnesota. They did the home party with his new business builder in Vegas. 8 people attended, all 8 are in the business, 7 wannabe business builders. In 1 month, he brought 30 people into the business. Andy Van Dyke lives in Amsterdam. She signed up a guy from Cyprus that she met on LinkedIn. He had 50,000 people in his former business. Now, she made so much money just from signing up this guy. She took off for 6 months. So she comes back 6 months later. She says, Max, do I got to start over? What's this? What do I have to do? And I said, just start posting. So within 2 hours posting, she had 13 people looking at her business. I've never had so many requests from people because she already built up a list. She made 1 post. And I told her, you're going to be hit with a lot of messages from people that are internet marketers. And these internet marketers are not making any money. FYI, all of the 3 guys I signed up in my business this week were internet marketers who were not making any money. So in the last 2 weeks, I have over 30 qualified people looking at my business. When I first started working with you, only 1 of these 30 would have been a prospect. Today, every one of these 30 are serious prospects. I expect most of them to get into my business. The better you get at picking people, the better you're going to do. Jackie Rouette, brand new to social media, signed up a network marketer from England because they both had common interests. Rhonda Kaya was $1 million earner in Isagenix. In our first coaching session, we opened up her page. 3 hours later, she sent me the first message. My page is blowing up. The next day, I'm rocking. I enrolled 2 people from the post and 3 more taking a serious look. My team is all joining your next boot camp. In 3 years, she went from 150,000 to 750,000. The next year, she hit $1 million. One of her team members enrolled someone that was $1 million earner in another company. Alan Pariser. Alan and I have a really interesting story. My first week in network marketing, I was sitting in a Denny's restaurant near the Palm Beach airport reading Think and Grow Rich. He was 19 years old. Comes in, he sees me reading the book, came over, trying to recruit me into his Maluka business. I was trying to recruit him into mine. We used to have hotel meetings at the same Embassy Suites. This is what.
Hello, everyone. This is Alan Pariser speaking. What you're about to hear is some great information from social media expert Max Steingart. I'll tell you more about Max here in a minute. The subject of this is how you can increase the bottom line of your Melaleuca business. And at the end of the day, after doing this for 26 years, there's several reasons why people don't succeed in their Melaleuca business, or they get to a point and they don't move forward in their Melaleuca business. A lot of that's mindset, a lot of that's attitude, but some of it is the ability to expand their contact list and reach out to new people. And with the advent of social media, there is a tool there that can help every single person expand their warm market, increase their contact list, and most importantly, find the right qualified people at the right time in their life who want to take a look at a real business, and multi-level people who are extremely frustrated with the businesses that they've been involved with in the past. There is a way for us to find those people and to bring them to overviews and to grow our business. There's an endless supply of contacts available to all of us on social media, and all of us can do it in less than an hour a day. The key is to finding some good coaching that can help us access that asset. And like everything else on the internet, there are so many self-proclaimed gurus, so many self-proclaimed prophets that swear that they can help you. And then it comes down to a $2,000 weekend, and it's a huge expense, and most people get nowhere. Well, I met Max about 20 some odd years ago, 1995-ish. And over the last 20 plus years, all that he's done is he's taught people how to expand their contact list using the internet and using social media. He knows what he's doing. He can teach you how to make new contacts, give you scripts on how to approach them that are within Melaleuca's guidelines for social media, and how to increase the number of enrollments in your business and how to find business builders. By the way, just so you know, I have personally hired Max to coach me, and that, I think, over the last year has ended up in Sandra and I enrolling an extra 20 personally enrolled preferred customers, and probably about 11 or 12 personally enrolled directors, some of which are director 3s and higher and climbing.
Now you're all heading down the same road. His activity generated $250,000 worth of business that year after we coached. Rosie Gonzalez, 1 year later, had 15,000 people in her Arcia business. Dana Barish. Dana and I started working together in MySpace. Today, she's one of the top, well, she's the top earner in her company. And she's making over $100,000 a month. Ron Federico is an executive director as a result of working with me one-on-one. So I encourage you, if you're a new student, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in the chat window, for those of you that are watching this on LinkedIn, for those of you that are watching this on Facebook, you want to go to Max Steingart. Well, first, I invite you to participate in boot camp and the retreat. We have a special promotion. You go to maxsteingart.com. /retreat combo. Now, for those of you that are already students, we have a 90-day boot camp challenge where you can work with me over the next 90 days in 3 boot camps. You go to maxsteingart.com /90-day challenge. And remember, as soon as you register for the February boot camp, you're going to have access to the recorded sessions of the January boot camp. And I also have a special promotion for those of you that want to just jump into our next boot camp, which starts on Thursday. Go to maxsteingart.com, use the promo code Big Deal, it'll reduce the price. Now, you not only have access to the October boot camp, but you'll also have access to the recorded sessions of our December boot camp so that you can move ahead. Now, if there's anybody here that wants to go fast and is interested in my coaching program, just type coaching and put your phone number in the chat window. And one of my staff members will reach out to you tomorrow. Now, everybody moves through this process at their own pace, but every one of you has it in you to move up the ranks in your company, become a top earner in your business. And you're absolutely going to want to use LinkedIn. LinkedIn is going to become a powerful tool. But if you're going to be successful in network marketing, you have to know how the game is played and you have to know the rules. Now, please don't take this the wrong way. When I talk about companies that are changing and companies that are going out of business, there is no one that you will ever meet that is more passionate about the network marketing business model. If I didn't believe in it, if I didn't know so many people that have become not only top earners, but you don't have to become the top guy in or woman in your company. But if you're able to make $5,000 a week, $10,000 a week in continual residual income, that's what it's all about. For those of you that are a part of the Power Lead System, tomorrow night we have a special Power Lead System training at 9 o'clock. And again, boot camp starts on Thursday. The best training deal is the retreat combo. Get in the February boot camp, and then at the end of the month, I'll teach you on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday what the top earners in your business know but never talk about. And so you'll not only get how network marketers catch whales, you'll also get our 90-day game plan, which will teach you how to build and train your team. So until next time, best of luck in building your business. And remember that all you need to be successful, all you need is a profile on Facebook and a profile on LinkedIn. So until next time, best of luck in building your business. God bless. Join me on any of our Ask Max sessions where you can watch me working with my coaching students and working with people in boot camp. So until next time, best of luck in building your business. God bless.